Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Let's get right to it. Now, today, I want to talk about, you guys just constantly cease to amaze me, man. The stories that I hear. So, it's 2026 and you're still just stuck. Focus on yourself, bro, and the women will come. Now, there's some truths to that. Now, the truth is, you should focus on yourself nonetheless, because you're your top priority. Other than, if you believe in some superpower, some higher power, some God, universe, they're at the very top. And then there's you. And then there's your family and your close loved ones. But you should always be making yourself a priority, because if you can't take care of yourself, nobody's going to be able to take care of you, and especially not a woman, because women, they're very chaotic by nature. They're just like us. They're another human being. They are our fellow humans, but they have their own sense of craziness to them. And as a man, as somebody who has masculinity, who has groundedness, who has stoicism, leadership qualities, someone who is moving through life with convictions and a strong purpose, a man that's constantly developing himself, you have to be able to handle a woman's chaotic nature. If you can't, then she's gonna walk right all over you, especially if you can't establish any boundaries. But that being said, you should always be focusing on yourself and making sure that your cup is always filled up all the way. It should be even overflowing, so you can, it's almost like you have no choice but to share, because you have so much energy, so much life to you, that you're overflowing with love, overflowing with all this joy and all these qualities, and then you want to share it with the world, share it with the women that you seek. Now, a lot of guys in this community will tell you, go X amount of years, go 5 years, 10 years, don't talk to women in your 20s, don't get into relationships, don't do any hookups, just stack your bread up, go to your career, go to college. It's good to achieve the materialistic success. That's good. You should go for that nonetheless. Always develop yourself into the man that you've always wanted to become, and go for the things that you always wanted. But you should be able to date women in different stages of your life, especially the times when you don't have any money to you, when you don't have any real materialistic success. If you're pulling women, if you're getting women at that stage, bro, you're going to be set for life, because you're developing some crucial skills. You're developing some crucial abilities that will get you way far ahead than majority of these guys who rely on their career, who rely on their money, who rely on their physical appearance, their looks maxed so much. That's actually a debatable category right there. But other than that, your resources, if you're relying on resources to get women, you're cooked, because you're going to attract some baddies for sure. You're definitely going to attract a lot of baddies. Once if you become a 6-figure earner, you become a millionaire, you have so many assets, you're definitely going to get a lot of high quality, or as far as looks wise, you're going to get a lot of attractive women, but they're not going to respect you. They're not going to look at you with lust. They're not going to sexually find you attractive, because you don't have that in-depth substance. Your aura is not speaking to them in a sexually seductive way. And how you get that is by developing your core, developing your inner energy, your inner self, that core confidence. Shout out to Coach D. He was one of my mentors. He is the one that really inspired me to get on this self-improvement journey with a different lens. And one of the things that he really emphasizes is really developing your manhood within, because you can have all the money in the world, you can look like freaking a gorgeous supermodel, a male model, but if you don't have that masculinity to you, you don't have that rough edge to you, you can't establish boundaries, you're not able to make that primal connection with a woman, then she's not gonna truly desire you. She's always gonna walk all over you. She's never gonna have that real attraction for you. Whatever attraction that she gets, it's only gonna be momentarily. It's only gonna be in for the moment, whether it's for one night, whether it's for multiple weeks, multiple months, but eventually it's not gonna be long lasting. So you should be focusing on yourself. You should be developing yourself as this man that you've always wanted to be, but you have to be able to date women, court women, and understand women in different, like while you're in these different stages as you're leveling up. Because when you're able to attract women with nothing, you're gonna have your pick of your litter, like when you have everything. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to see BS from a mile away. You're not gonna have any tolerance for disrespect. You're gonna look for the quality ones, because by that time, at that level of success, you're gonna get a lot of bad fishes. You're gonna get a lot of bad, you know what I'm saying, bad options, and you're gonna be able to filter them out right away. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys, because they can't get anything, they can't get a woman, they're willing to settle for just anybody. You know, they're willing to just sleep with just anybody that's even way below them, just so they can get a feel of what it's like to be intimate, especially if they haven't been intimate for years. A lot of guys, like, you know, they lack the self-respect, so they're constantly being humiliated. They're constantly letting themselves be ridiculed by women. They don't have that umph factor. That's what I like to call. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why women like going for the rebellious, quote unquote, bad boy type of, like, the archetype, is because they do their own thing. They do whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, not as in, like, you know, they're a menace to society. Some of them could be, but it's like a lower percentage. But generally speaking, like, they just do what they want to do. They move on their own terms, and a woman's either gonna like that or she's not gonna like that. And it's like their life does not depend on the women. They have bigger things that they're striving for. And there's that. So definitely work on yourself. Definitely get your stuff together. But don't ignore women. Because women are one of the most beautiful creatures on this planet Earth. You know, they're, in a way, it's going to sound corny, but they're part of us. They're just like us, just a little bit different. And it's very important for us to understand them. But that's all I got for y'all right now. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.